Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 4 of New Windsor. So today, we've got a lot planned. I sort of over-recorded and got 50 minutes of footage, so I had to cut that more than in half, and this is sort of a summary of what I did, but I got mostly everything. So the main thing we're doing here today is we're zoning. I haven't zoned in about a year in this game because I realized that Rico is significantly better, and Plop the Grobles came out at some point in there, and I started using that, and zoning was just obsolete. It was much more convenient, but unfortunately, it was really hard to get buildings that looked nice from zoning, because you didn't have much control. However, I talked to Besquigglehausen recently, and he told me about a method he was using to achieve really realistic zoned suburbs. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but it's really possible. So pretty much what you do is you just go into the asset editor and edit some of the buildings you're subscribed to and make a bunch of different versions and just make a building theme and zone. And what you do, you also have to grab this other mod. I forget what it's called. Let me check out what it's called quickly. But it's this really obscure mod that I found that allows you to change the level of a asset in the asset editor when you're editing it, because you normally can't do that. I think there's actually a clone buildings thing that you can use in building themes as well, but I'm using a mod called Asset Item Class Changer, and this allows you to change the type of asset that you're going to export. So say you open a unique building, you can actually export it as a park, and I don't think you can normally do that. So this mod allows me to do that, and that's pretty much what made this all possible. And once again, I think there's something in building themes itself that allows you to do that, but this method works for me, and yeah, you should definitely try it out, because it's so convenient to be able to do this, and it also doesn't add to the problem. I've placed a ton of different, I'll place a bunch of AC units on the buildings, just add some even extra detail, and it's not adding any extra props to the limit because they're part of a building, and that is really amazing because I'm going to be able to make some massive suburbs and not even add to the prop limit pretty much whatsoever. I do actually add some supplemental details, as you'll notice throughout the video, but overall I'm just keeping with what the zoning gives me, and it's just really amazing, and this is something all of you have to do. But anyway, I've sort of gone way off topic. So we've been working on a lot of things, mostly this parking lot here. We're using the new parking lot roads from the workshop. Those are absolutely incredible. I mentioned those last episode. You definitely have to check those out. I'll leave a link in the description if I remember, and I'm sure you've got them already, but they're just truly incredible. You can make some really realistic parking lots now incredibly easily, and yeah, it's great. So I'm just adding some Ronix curbs as well. One problem is that the parking lot roads are really, really dark asphalt, so you gotta mitigate that with stains decals, but it's pretty easy. Hopefully, having now watched this, you understand the true power of this parking lot roads pack. It's incredible. It's a complete game changer. It's like a mod that just came out that's on the level of Move It, because some people make cities where there are parking lots, and placing, parking decals individually in order to make any sort of detailed parking lot, that's not sustainable if you're building a massive city, because one, prop limit, two, it's just really inconvenient. And if you're just gonna place, massive parking lots in the workshop, it just won't look that good, and you're gonna have to use ploppable asphalt, and I don't know, it's just so much easier now. It's great, and I think I just said I don't know for the first time in a while. I got out of that habit. I'll try to stop that. Anyway, so this back lot is looking pretty great. Once again, the dark asphalt's really annoying, but the stains decals do a pretty good job of covering it up. Just placing some crates and stuff just to, give you that nice feel of back lot, and other than that, we're pretty much done there. So now we're working on the area that's sort of in between the road and the parking lot here out front, and I'm using some of the stable fences from After Dark, and these are really, really nice just to have a little theme going, I guess. They're, I don't know, I just said I don't know again. They seem to fit pretty well for a New England's sort of city like this, and I don't really use them often, so I figured I'd use them there for some sort of thematic effect, but I'll try to use them more. Anyway, so just adding leaf decals. Now we're actually behind a bunch of the buildings we placed earlier, and I'm just placing a bunch of fallen trees and dead trees and autumn trees and rocks just to emulate that New England's backwoods feel. And obviously this is not any sort of backwoods area, but you still get that in a suburb, and I think it's just really awesome. So I'm really happy to do that. I love the fallen trees especially. Those are really unique. But anyway, we're working on just some more suburbs here. Once again, just trying to use some houses that are very New England-esque. Obviously, lots of different roadwear decals to replicate the numerous potholes you see whenever you go anywhere in New England. So we've moved on to this nice little American Main Street over here. We built a little, I guess it's like a baseball or a t-ball field. It's sort of across from the elementary school, or at least near it. And I don't know, I just said, I don't know again. I gotta stop. I don't want to start saying that again all the time, because everybody made fun of me for it. But anyway, I really do like that field. I think it's a really interesting addition here. I wanted to build my own custom sports field. I probably did a really bad job. I'm really not interested in sports at all, so I really don't know what a baseball field looks like. I mean, I obviously know the general shape and stuff, but I really couldn't name any part of it if you asked me. I'm really that not into sports, but it was a nice addition anyway. Let's move on to one of my favorite parts of the episode, which is this little self-storage facility over here. It's sort of two sections and just two little buildings. It's very packed in here, just in this compact little area in between the road and the buildings over here, just some residential buildings we had zoned earlier. Feels so weird saying buildings we zoned. I haven't zoned in so long, but now that I can do that again, it's great. But you see these parking lot roads coming to great use again here. It's really annoying dealing with the different heights. Unfortunately, building on hills is really annoying. You do get some really awesome results though, so that's why I'm doing it. But anyway, back to this self-storage facility. So once again, I'm dealing with the heights here, which are incredibly annoying, but you'll see at the end how it looks. But anyway, back to the self-storage unit. So I'm just trying to center these units, obviously, on the parking lot roads, and these parking lot roads are really tight. So you'll see in a moment, like right now I'm just dealing with heights. Once again, heights are really annoying to deal with, but you know, hilly neighborhood is really satisfying once you actually complete it. But yeah, like right now I'm placing these parking lots. You see how tight they are when compared with the doors of these units? It's really annoying. So that one dude can't put his legal tank in there in his self-storage unit, but it's only affecting a small percentage of the population, so not a big problem. But anyway, just adding some finishing touches here, just some flowers and stuff like that. But I'm gonna head off for a couple of minutes and I'll be back pretty shortly. But in the meantime, enjoy the cinematics and the time-lapse once it continues. We are back, and right now I'm sort of just detailing these little neighborhoods here, and yeah, we've got some massive suburbs going, and this expansion is just really awesome to see. At the end of the video, you'll see the cinematics just flying over all of the progress that we made this episode. We've made a lot of progress this episode, really, even compared with last episode, which sort of doubled our reach throughout the map, but we've done even more this episode. And yeah, the video that hopefully goes out next weekend is not actually going to be either a New Windsor or Novota video. It's going to be a tutorial, and it's going to be a really special tutorial, and I think you're all going to really enjoy it, because it's going to answer some questions that a lot of you have asked for a while about my game, so be on the lookout for that. I'm hoping to get it out next weekend, but it's a pretty large project, that video, just trying to figure it out. So definitely be on the lookout for that regardless. And yeah, anyway, so right now we're working on this church over here, just detailing, adding some fences and stuff. I actually really like this asset. I don't know if it fits. It's the Stave Church. No, it's not the Stave Church. It's like, that's a different asset that I have in, that I want to use in Nevada. This is, I forget what this is called, but it's a really, really nice asset. Probably doesn't fit the New England's feel, but it's not that bad. And I wanted to add it here because it's got some really awesome texturing and stuff. So anyway, added that there. And anyway, right now we are working on this little pond here. It's a really tiny pond, and I haven't actually made a pond in New Windsor yet. I do want to make more of these, and actually an idea I had, tell me in the comments if you'd like this, is to do a massive project that's like a lake that's got like a lot of houses around it, suburbs and stuff. But it's a lake that's got motor boats and marinas and stuff. I think that'd be really awesome, and we could base it off a couple different lakes in New England. And I think that'd be pretty cool, because I see a lot of lakes around Providence that I believe are like that. So that could be interesting, and then maybe some other ponds that people just go out fishing to. That could be cool. So tell me in the comments if you would like to see that, or you're keen to see that, as GLS20 would say. But anyway, we are nearing the end of the video, so hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and that'll help new people find the channel. Always nice to have new people around. I've been really, really happy with all the comments recently. Thank you all so much for just all the feedback, all the suggestions. Definitely taking those into account. I read every single comment, by the way, so if you have a suggestion, definitely leave it down in the comments. And other than that, if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button to get notified whenever I upload a video, so you never miss a New Windsor episode. Other than that, I mean, you can follow me on Twitter. Lots of teasers and updates there. Definitely recommend that. Follow me on Instagram for some screenshots and stuff that I like to post, and those are both in the description. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.